Vamos a ver todo lo que hay. Disimular.
Hey everyone! So today we are doing something different. We're going to make a dessert together. And it is one of my favorite kinds of dessert, which is cobbler. And today we are going to make a pineapple cobbler. It's going to be pretty darn easy, pretty darn quick, and there may even be a juicy surprise to go with it later. Alright, so let's get this show started. So in a bowl, you are going to mix a half cup of packed light brown sugar, a half cup of granulated sugar, a cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. So you're going to whisk that together, or you can sift it, which is what I did. I sifted it all together so it just blends better. And that's going to be the base for the cake mix. So those are all the dry ingredients you need. These are the wet ingredients. You're going to need a half a cup of salted butter, melted but then slightly cooled. You're going to need a half a cup of whole milk. You're going to need a quarter cup of the juice from the canned pineapple bits that you opened, okay? So you're going to reserve a quarter of a cup of that. We also are going to have a tablespoon of honey and a teaspoon of vanilla added to it. And then that is the 20-ounce can of pineapple tidbits that will be going in afterwards. Alright, so I have the oven preheating to 350. I have a 9x13 dish here, and I am going to just give it a good spray with cooking spray, you know, keep it from things from sticking. Does it seem like a lot? Yeah, of course it does. Why does it seem like a lot? Because it is. Alright, so we got that. Then we're going to get the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients and mix them up. So here is the bowl of the sifted dry ingredients. We are going to start by adding the half cup of melted but slightly cooled butter. Then I am going to add that reserved pineapple juice from the can. And then, of course, the milk. I'm going to give that a good mix. Once I got this so it doesn't get too lumpy, I'll add the honey and the vanilla. Oh yeah, it's coming together real nice. See how smooth already it is? I mean, really, that's pretty awesome. Alright, so now we need a tablespoon of the honey. Get the cap off. And we've got a tablespoon. We got our honey. 1 tablespoon. And then we need 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. This is my vanilla. I love pure vanilla. I also have vanilla beans that are inside there so that I can keep adding to it, which is always nice. Alright, and then we got that teaspoon of vanilla. And we're going to whisk that into it with the honey. You all with me so far? You know how easy this is? I told you the ingredients for the dry stuff. Just sift it all together, put it in a bowl, and then you're going to pour all this stuff over it. Okay? Alright, now we are going to add this to the glass bowl dish, and we're going to finish it up and throw it in the oven. Alright, so there's our dish. Here is the batter. I'm using a spatula to get it all out because I don't want to waste any of it. Now, with cobbler, you can use really any fruit at all. I mean, I've seen some crazy cobblers in my life. All right. So now the batter is in the dish. Now we're going to take the pineapple and we're going to spread it all over the top of it, okay? But, like I said, there's a juicy surprise. How about some fresh picked cherries? I just pitted them today. How awesome is that? These are also going in. So I'm going to start with the cherries. And I'm going to put them face down or cut side down, okay? And then I'm just going to all over the place. Obviously, you don't have to use these or add this. If you don't like cherries, that's fine. I'm not judging. Oops. But I couldn't give up the opportunity to use something that was fresh picked. My adorable little nephew, excuse me, Remus, actually brought these over for his uncle. Him and his mother went cherry picking, and I think this is so wonderful. It's going to be so good. You know, with the 4th of July holiday coming up, this is actually a pretty festive looking dessert. Now, you're supposed to serve it with vanilla ice cream. However, I'm sad to say my fat butt ate all the ice cream. I didn't want to, but I did. Okay, I did want to. But there wasn't a ton left. I mean, it's been hot here in Buffalo. Sometimes you just want some ice cream. And I did. I think that's enough of those. Now we're going to put in the pineapple. I'm just going to sprinkle it all over the top. Get it as even as you can. Remember, the batter already has that pineapple juice in it as well. So that's going to be even better. Oh my goodness, this is going to turn out so good. I've made cobbler before, and it is a true joy, especially when it's done. All right, so now that all the ingredients are in it, I'm just going to pat this down a little so that those pineapples get pushed into the batter, okay? You don't want to have to necessarily cover them, but just make sure they're nice and in that cake batter, or that cobbler batter. Well, it is sort of a cake batter, too. All right. So now this is going to go in the oven for, let me see. So it's going to go in for roughly about 25 to 30 minutes or until the edges start to pull away and they get this beautiful golden brown on them. Okay, so once we throw this in the oven, I'm going to set the timer and we'll pull it out together. Okay? We are about halfway through, 15 minutes into the bake. That's how it's supposed to be. See how it's all rising up around the fruit? That's good. All right, woohoo. Okay, moment of truth. I'm going to take it out of the oven. Oh, yeah. Look at this. I mean, wow. That there is something special. You can see how it's just slightly pulled away from the edges. It's got a nice deep brown on that very end, and then it's all just the most beautiful shade of golden brown. And all of the pineapples and cherries and everything have baked inside it. So when you scoop into it, it's going to be just this rich, beautiful, creamy, cakey, fruity experience. And I'm going to give this about a half hour or so to cool some, and then we will try it together. Okay, so it's cooled long enough, and I'm sorry, but I could not go without vanilla ice cream, so I went and got some. So, of course, now we're going to try it. I'm so excited. Here we go. Oh, it pulls away so easily. Like, so easily. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Alright, and with some ice cream. Let's get that ice cream on. Because right now, this cobbler is what? Naked. And we don't want no naked cobbler. Look at that. Oh, my God. I'm so excited about this. Ice cream. Let's see. Look at that. That's what I was expecting. Now I put on my glasses so I can get a better look at it. And I think it turned out pretty darn good. So there you have it. It's one of the easiest things to make, and for dessert, oh my God, that's so awesome. This, what we made together tonight will feed at least a family of 4 for dessert. Not like a meal, it's dessert. But yeah, and it's so easy and so fast. It took literally 30 minutes, and putting all the dry ingredients and everything together took less than 5. I mean, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try making it. Hope you made it with me if you watched this before. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Next time, we're going to do even more.